South Australian Sports Show. I hope you can stay with us for the next hour. We have got plenty to get across, so welcome Rob Popplestone to the show, Poppy.
Did you make your way to Shanghai last week?
I didn't make my way to Shanghai. I would have liked to have, but I've been blowing the trumpet saying this is magnificent.
You have? One of the few?
I'm just amazed how many people now have jumped on and said what a spectacle it was. So.
Well, I'm going to take you to task for a few things at the end of the show.
Are you?
So be prepared.
All right, hope you can stay with us for that because Poppy's going to cut into me. Time to get to Olivia, find out what's happening in sporting news. Olivia?
Thanks guys. First to footy, and Port Adelaide won a historic match of AFL, taking the honours for the first official game played in Shanghai. Port were convincing 72-point winners over the Gold Coast at Zhangwon Stadium. Port midfielder Brad Ebert had 30 disposals after flying to Shanghai on Friday before Sunday's game. And the Adelaide Crows failed to bounce back and lost their second game for the season. The Crows were thoroughly beaten by the Melbourne Demons at Adelaide Oval, losing by 41 points. Rory Laird was a highlight for the Crows with 37 disposals, alongside the Crouch brothers, who also found plenty of the ball. Despite the loss, the Crows still remain top of the ladder, and Port are now sitting in 4th position. In the SANFL, the Eagles beat Glenelg by 70 points, and Sturt defeated West Adelaide by 30 points. The Eagles are currently undefeated and sitting on top of the state ladder. And anyone looking to find some new local trails can now find a comprehensive list in one place. Whether you're looking at walking, cycling or canoeing, a new website features over 600 trails right across South Australia. The Office of Recreation and Sport reviewed the website in a hope to get more South Australians outdoors and active. All the details can be found at www.southaustraliantrails.com. And if you're looking for a unique fitness challenge, now might be the time to start training. The Stadium Stomp at the Adelaide Oval is not far away, and the event sets you on a course up and down 6,000 plus stairs of the stadium. There is an opportunity for all fitness levels to join in on the event, and you can register as a team or as an individual. Participants of the event can also use it as a way to raise funds for their favourite charity. More information and registration details can be found at www.stadiumstomp.com/Adelaide. And finally, the 2017 Adelaide Festival of Racing will conclude this weekend with the Darley Goodwood Cup to be held at Morfettville Racecourse. The day of racing will have 7 black-type races and feature the new $1 million Group 1 Darley Goodwood. The best Australian sprinters will be competing for over $2 million worth of prize money. The event will be held on Saturday the 20th, and further details can be found at the Morfettville Racing website. That's all from me. Back to you guys.
Terrific. Thanks, Olivia. Time to turn our attention to the SA Footy magazine. We've been good enough. Erin Hanna's joining us. Erin, how are you?
Thank you so much, Phil. I'm great, thank you.
All right. Now, you're a bit of a footballer yourself, so
Yes.
This your first year at footy?
First year at footy, yes. Given it a good crack this year.
Can you mark?
Absolutely.
Can you handball?
Absolutely.
Both hands?
Of course.
Kick both feet?
Yes,
you're
and
gonna be
punt,
and
of
you're
course.
going to be a champion. That's all you need to do.
You're ready to go. You're ready to go. Has there been, since obviously you've come from a basketball background into footy, have there been a lot of other females you've found that have come from other sports to play footy in your team?
Almost every single person in the side has come from something else. And the amazing thing is these girls that are coming through to football have only ever been on the sidelines or not at all, and it's all word of mouth. It's word of mouth, it's girls encouraging other girls to get involved.
Wow.
So many girls are they're nervous to start it for the first time. Some of them have never touched a football before. So for coming out and trying something completely different at, at 22 years of age or something, it's nerve-wracking and you need that support.
And exciting too, though, in a lot of ways, and exciting to try something new.
So exciting, so exciting.
All right, let's talk about the South Australian Footy magazine that you write for. It's the Footy Bible, for a better term.
That is correct, the weekly Bible for SA football.
Are you covering the Hills Women's Footy League and the Men's Footy League?
No, well, I've actually been writing for the SANFL men's as well as now we are now doing the women's as well. So I did a bit on the inaugural season we just had for the SANFL W. So I did a bit of stuff for that. We wrote about the grand final, which was fantastic. Norwood were premiers over 27 points, I believe. But no, the SANFL W was awesome, but as well as that, now we're going on to the Soulful. Now this year. So doing some stuff with that, which wasn't actually a thing before. So I introduced it to the magazine. I said we need to start talking about the women. They need to go. And you know what? It's going to be great for the magazine to get more people on board.
When you go to the people that do the magazine and you say, look, I think we should cover the women's side of sport. What was the reaction to that?
Positive,
Yep.
definitely positive. I think they were waiting for it. They were waiting for it's the demand right now. You need to meet the demand, and people want to read about the women's because there's so many people that don't know about it unless you're within the women's football community.
And you know what? I won't give the club away, but I went to an awards night where they acknowledged at their awards night both the male and the female senior teams. The males were there partying very, very hard. The women were very respectful of award winners.
Yeah.
There was actually a bit to learn from the way the women carried themselves to the way the men carried themselves. And let me tell you that this particular club, the women are very successful and the men's not so much.
I'm starting to see why. It's pretty obvious.
But truly, and I'm not sure whether that's your experience, but the women are actually committed and focused, and probably because it's more challenging at this early stage. But I actually got a really positive, good vibe.
Yeah, well, I guess we're still on the back foot of football, and so we're still obviously coming to forth of what's expected of us, and we just want to, I guess, speaking as a footballer myself, you want to do your club proud, you want to do the men's sides proud, and obviously they'll support you if you support them.
Sure.
So, and that's how it will grow.
Okay.
Is it? Do you think, Erin, that you've been given an opportunity that previously hasn't been there, whereas the men are taking it for granted? Is there a little bit of
Gee,
that?
this is a sticky question.
No,
Be careful with this question.
I'm not trying to put you in. That's how I see it.
No,
So-
and I originally saw it like that as well. But I think, I suppose it's something that maybe is taken for granted at that senior level, whereas now I'm at a senior level for women, so it's definitely not taken for granted.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, there's a level of appreciation for footy both in men's and women's,
Sure.
and it's going to be different no matter what. I think there's a lot of coaching staff coming through at the moment that are obviously really focused on making the women's succeed, and that's a huge focus at the moment. So whereas that's the focus there, the men's is the focus to continue with the level they're already at.
All right, if you thought the last question was tricky, this one's going to be a doozy.
This is a ripper. I'm going to sit back.
Most people that write have a passion for what they're writing about. You're going to write about the women, you're going to write about the men. Which one are you more passionate about?
It used to be the men because that's all there was.
That's all there was.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And my heart still lies a bit in men's footy. I still love the AFL. It's still a big place in my heart. But playing as a woman and now writing about the women, it's extra special. It's definitely extra special.
I was getting nervous. I thought you were going to sit on the fence and say, beautiful politician. So the people.
Yeah, no. Just put it out there.
Is it hard for you to do? I mean, you finished your course. You've come through as a journalist. Do you find it easy to watch a game and then go, away I go and I can write for the magazine?
It's easier. It's so much easier writing about football once you've played. It's like anything.
Gives you a bigger insight?
Yeah, definitely. You can understand plays a lot more. You can understand how a match can go from one side for one team to the other so quickly. It's not just an observing sort of sport anymore.
And it's interesting that you say that because most of the high-profile writers in this country, not just in this state, in this country, are those that actually haven't played the game before.
And the criticism has been of them that you don't understand because you've never played.
Yeah. And David Hooks always used to say, hey, listen, you don't have to kill someone to write a murder mystery. And that was his defence of it. And he was a very passionate cricket person, obviously. But, sometimes, when you're reading, and I won't mention, Mike Shen or Michelangelo Rucci or these other guys, but sometimes you read it and you think, I just wonder whether I know you get the game. There's no question you get the game, but there's a feeling involved in the sport that gives you a deeper understanding.
Definitely.
I think.
Okay, so if you want to get a good insight into footy from a good journalist, you need to get the Footy magazine, South Australian Footy magazine, and read Erin Hanna's article. Erin, appreciate you coming in.
Thank you so much.
Hopefully we'll catch up with you a bit later on and find out how it's all going.
They do cover Adelaide, they do cover the Country League as well, and they do cover South Australia. So there is something for everyone in the magazine.
It is the Footy Bible, no doubt about it.
Absolutely.
Stay with us. Plenty to come on the show.